All right, and for more on this, we are joined in by Shuja ul Haq. Shuja, this is the ultimate irony, isn't it? The fact that he was supposed to receive his award, but he could not do so. He made the supreme sacrifice.
Well, absolutely, absolute irony that just about 48 hours after the award, Yudh Seva Medal was announced in his name, he chose to lay down his life in the line of duty. Clearly, this is something which a sober moment for the entire army, and as we can probably see, I'm standing at the wreath-laying ceremony of
please show us around,
brave officer, which is about to begin. With his body has just arrived here at this spot. This is the Badami Bagh cantonment of the Indian Army in Srinagar, and as you can see in these visuals, there are army men, jawans, officers, almost soldiers from all ranks have gathered here and are waiting to pay their respect to their fellow soldier here, Col M N Rai, who laid down his life yesterday in this encounter which happened in Tral area of South Kashmir. He along with another cop who belonged to the Special Operations Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police were killed in this encounter, while two dreaded militants were also neutralized there. As my cameraman probably can show you, Col M N Rai's body has just arrived here in this cantonment, Badami Bagh cantonment, which is situated in Srinagar, and from here on there would be, from any moment from here on, the ceremony will start here, where all top-ranking officers of the army have already come here and are waiting in the queue to begin this wreath-laying ceremony and pay their homage to this brave officer.
Absolutely. I mean, what a tragic moment there, as you are showing us in the pictures. Just take us through in detail, Shuja, what exactly is happening at this moment at the Badami Bagh cantonment area.
Well, Sanket, as I was pointing out earlier, this is a very sober moment in this entire cantonment area. There won't be even a single Jawan on whose faces there is some sort of a grim look that one can witness. It's not an easy thing to digest the fact that a commanding officer of a battalion has laid down his life, and that too in a situation when he was just awarded a very important medal, and look at the irony. He hadn't even received the medal. The medal wasn't even delivered to him. It would have taken few days before that medal would have come to him, and he chose to lay down his life. And let me remind you, the commanding officers normally are not required to be part of such combat operations, but Col M N Rai chose to be a part of
Shuja, I would request you,
this operation.
Absolutely, Shuja. Let's quickly listen in to that respect that is being given by the Indian Army to late Col M N Rai. Shuja, for the benefit of our viewers, can you just take us through what exactly is happening at this moment?
Well, Sanket, as probably you can see in these visuals, in that truck right behind us is where Col M N Rai's body has just arrived, in fact, to this cantonment, and now these Jawans are with great respect are carrying the coffin, and it will be situated at the central podium, after which one by one all the top-ranking officials from various ranks would come and pay their homage, pay their respect, and will go ahead with this wreath-laying ceremony. Let me remind you once again that this ceremony has been kept early in the morning, despite all the odds, including the chill and the weather. But after this ceremony, very soon we've been told that Col M N Rai's body would be dispatched from here, and it will be sent to Delhi, and from that across to his hometown. These are very, very sober visuals that you can see here. Colonel M N Rai's fellow soldiers, colleagues, bringing in his body here, and you know, carrying out this entire ceremony here. The wreathing ceremony is taking place in this.
Well, you know, Shuja, even as you speak,
Corps headquarters.
Even as you speak, Shuja, it's so tragic to see what has been written there on that. You know, on that coffin. It actually says name M N Rai YSM, which means the medal that was actually given to him. That the name of that medal, the medal he could not even receive in person. It's an honor which he could not even collect.
Well, absolutely. Yudh Seva Medal, Colonel M N Rai. That is actually written on this coffin, and this is a medal that he was awarded just about 48 hours before he laid down his life in the line of duty. And as you can see. Again, I'll remind you that this is a wreathing ceremony where most of the top-ranking officials of the Indian Army are participating. This is the Corps headquarters of Indian Army in Kashmir division, and the Corps commander himself actually sits here, and he is expected to be here to be a part of this entire ceremony. Very, very respectful ceremony happening here. The wreathing of this brave officer, Colonel M N Rai, who was awarded YSM and tragically couldn't even receive it in person. He chose to, you know, lead from the front, and be a part of an operation, a very, very dreadful operation in South Kashmir yesterday, in which 2 militants from Hizbul Mujahideen were killed, and Colonel M N Rai laid down his life. Also worthy to mention is that a cop, a police officer from the Special Operations Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police also laid down his life in this operation. Very, very sober moment for all the Jawans here who are coming one by one and paying their respect to their fellow colleagues, to Colonel M N Rai, who was the commanding officer of 42 RR in Tral area, and was a part and parcel of that encounter which happened yesterday in that region. Let's just take a moment here and you know, observe what actually is happening in this ceremony.
The actual ceremony takes place. We are supposed to
These are live pictures that are actually coming in from the Badami Bagh cantonment area, Shuja ul Haq, right there where this ceremony is in fact being carried out. Army paying its respects to the colonel of the 42nd Rashtra Rifles, all senior officers of the army there in attendance. Colonel M N Rai, a martyr, died fighting terrorists in the Tral sector. He could not even receive the medal, the honor that was given to him this Republic Day. Now, Shuja, if you are still with us, just take us through what exactly had happened yesterday in the Tral sector.
Well, Sanket, as we were pointing out since yesterday only and reporting about this.
Shuja, actually, let's just stay with those visuals while you tell us what exactly happened. Yes, yes, Shuja, you were saying.
Well, yes. In fact, before I tell you what happened yesterday, let me just give you a little bit of sense what is happening here right now. It's not just the officers from the Indian Army, the officers from other allied forces, paramilitary forces, the police force have come here to pay their homage to this brave officer. We just saw a top-ranking officer from the BSF coming here and paying his respect, and just before him was one of the top officials of the police, the SSP of Srinagar, who paid his respects to Col M N Rai here. And also what is happening is that from within the force, from within the army, in terms of representation, one by one, almost from all ranks, one of the Jawans is coming here to this podium and paying his respect to Col M N Rai, and this will go on from different ranks, from the level of Jawans to the officers to and it will go on to the brigadier level and then the commanding officers level. So one by one, almost officers and Jawans from almost all the ranks are reaching to the podium and very respectfully paying their homage to this brave officer. As far as what happened yesterday is concerned, it was a very, very crucial operation that was being carried out. There was a very specific tip-off about the presence of these two militants in this area, in Handura area of Tral. It is a village in South Kashmir where there was an intelligence input that these two militants could be present, and both these militants were wanted for a long time. Remember, both of them have been active in this area for quite some time. And after the initial tip-off, the army and the police force started this operation. The gunfight ensued, in which what the reports that we got suggested that this commanding officer sustained certain injuries, along with the policeman who also later on succumbed to the injuries. This commanding officer, Col M N Rai, who was commanding 42 RR at that point of time and had led from the front. He was part of that attack team when the entire operation was happening, and he received serious injuries and later on succumbed to his injuries. Sanket?
Absolutely, Shuja. Just stopping at this moment for a short break. We'll be back with our non-stop coverage. Shuja, do stay with us. Just coming.